Hey, good Tuesday morning, September the 9th, 2025. Ken Arzon here, talking baseball, the history of baseball, its players, the records, the stats, the accomplishment of baseball players from the past. I'm curious. I got a history degree from the University of California, San Diego. I got a BA degree in history, Bachelor of Arts. I'm fascinated with world history, political history, but especially sports history and baseball in particular. That's why on my YouTube channel, over 2,000 videos on baseball players, stats, accomplishments, records. So day by day, I do one or two videos looking at baseball players from the past, especially those who accomplished something in their career. Unique accomplishments and stats. This video, Carl Yastrzemski, have you heard of him? Boston Red Sox, 23 years. I like it. He stuck with his team his entire career. He did not bounce around from team to team to team like today's present players are doing. Some are sticking with their teams, but other players are going to other teams for contracts, for money. See if they can get the most money they can. If you're drafted by a team, this is me, and if you're a good player, that team will pay you. Maybe not as much as other teams, but are you for the money or are you for your team? Now, it's dicey, I know. Let's say you're playing for an organization for 10 years, then you have an opportunity to go to another team and they'll pay you millions of dollars more. Would you take it? Ask me that question, I would debate it. But I admire the guys who stick with their teams their entire career. Carl Yastrzemski, 23 years, the Boston Red Sox. Tony Gwynn, 20 years with the San Diego Padres. Mickey Mantle, 18 years with the New York Yankees. George Brett, over 20 years. Don't know how many years he played. It was over 20, I know that. Kansas City Royals. Joe DiMaggio stuck with the Yankees. Lou Gehrig stuck with the Yankees. Babe Ruth started with the Red Sox and then got traded to the Yankees. It's a difference if you're traded versus going out in free agency and signing. You know, Freddie Freeman, Atlanta Braves, right? He left and signed with the Dodgers for more money. I don't like that. Sorry, Freddie. You're a good player. I like watching you. Should have stuck with the Atlanta Braves. They'd pay you. But the Dodgers paying you more? Ohtani. He's playing for the Angels, right? Signs with the Dodgers for $700 million. Now, the Angels are not going to pay that. But Ohtani, you want the money? Is that what you want? I don't admire it. Juan Soto played with the Nationals, right? Then he went to the Yankees, and now he's playing for the Mets. $700 million plus. Money, Juan. Anyways, I could do a whole video on players switching teams. But let's look at Carl Yastrzemski's stats and accomplishments. 3,419 hits. Top 5. Not sure how many guys have more hits than him. I think it's 5. I know Pete Rose, Ty Cobb, Henry Aaron have more. Does Tris Speaker have more? I don't know, but Carl Yastrzemski, I think, is number 5. All right, I'll pull it up real quick. I like to be accurate on my YouTube channel. Career hits leaders. Yeah. Pete Rose, Ty Cobb, Henry Aaron, Stan Musial, I forgot about him. Tris Speaker, Derek Jeter, Camp Hansen, Honus Wagner. So Carl Yastrzemski, I said top 5, my mistake. That's why I need to be accurate. He's number 9 on the all-time list. 3,419 career hits. That is an accomplishment. I admire it. 3,308 games. That's top 5 all time. I know that. I know Pete Rose had 3,500. Don't know if Carl, where does he rank among career games? All right, I'll look it up. Career, let's see. Career games played MLBL. Number 2. Carl Yastrzemski's accomplishment in baseball history is he played the second most games in Major League history. Pete Rose, 3,562. Whoa, that's incredible. And Carl Yastrzemski is number 2. He beat Aaron in the 3 spot. Carl Yastrzemski, 3,308 games. What an accomplishment. How about this? 11,988 at-bats. Whoa! Where does that rank? Again, I like to be accurate. Let's see. Career at-bats. Career at-bats leaders. Where does he rank? Number 3. So he's number 9 in total hits. Number 2, games played. Number 3, at-bats. Pete Rose had the most. Henry Aaron was number 2. And Carl Yastrzemski, 11,988 at-bats. He had 1,800 runs scored. That's good, but he only had 2 seasons, 100 runs scored. That's not enough for me. You need 10, 11, or 12 if you play 23 years. So he fell short in runs scored as far as per season. Had 100 runs. Did you know that Carl Yastrzemski never had 200 hits in a season? His high was 191. So I'm a little disappointed there. If you're going to have a resume of 23 years, you at least need to have 1 or 2 or 3 200-hit seasons. As you know, in 17 years, Lou Gehrig had 8 200-hit seasons. Cobb had 9. Pete Rose and Suzuki Ichiro, they both had 10. For Carl Yastrzemski not to have a 200-hit season, I'm disappointed. 646 career doubles. That is good. 59 triples. 452 home runs in 23 years. That indicates to me that he wasn't really going for the home run every time at bat. He was making good contact. That's how he got the 3,400 hits. 1,844 career RBIs. That's a good number. But it should have been 2,000. Why? Because he only had 5 100 RBI seasons. What? Carl Yastrzemski, only 5 in 23 years? That should have been about 10 or 11. Did you know that Lou Gehrig, Jimmy Fox, and Babe Ruth played less years They had 13 100 RBI seasons each. Albert Pujols and Alex Rodriguez had 14 100 RBI seasons. Carl Yastrzemski, only 5. Unacceptable. Should have been 10. 1,800 walks. That's a lot of walks. 1,393 strikeouts. A little high, but not as high as other players who played less years. Some of the other guys are like 1,800, 2,000 strikeouts. So Carl kept his strikeouts down. Never had 100 strikeouts in a season. I like that. So he was a contact hitter. 379 on base career, 462 slugging. He had 5,539 total bases. So he passed 5K. That is a good number. I'd say the numbers on Carl Yastrzemski, the significant ones are the games played, the at-bats, the runs scored, the hits, the doubles. Homers, 450. Okay. 1,800 career RBIs. That's good. And the total bases, 5,500. His slugging was 460. Should have been higher. Or I would like to have seen higher. I like that number 500 slugging. 379 on base career. I like the number 400 on base, 40%. But the number I don't like with Carl Yastrzemski, 285 career batting average. Carl should have been 300. You're a 300 hitter. In fact, he has 3 batting titles. Did you know that? 1963, 1967, and 1968. Went back-to-back batting titles. I like that. He also has a triple crown on his resume. So Carl Yastrzemski, Hall of Fame? Yes, absolutely. With the numbers that I just pointed out. He's a good player. He started in 1961, 21 years old. Played 148 games as a rookie. All right. Batted .266, 155 hits. Second year, 160 games. You know what Carl Yastrzemski, what I like about him? 23 years. 22 of them, 100 or more games. That means durability, consistency, reliability. 22 years, 100 or more games. And he had a lot of 160. He had 5 seasons over 160 games. And he had 6 other seasons. 150 plus games. So he was a gamer. His second year, that's the most hits he got, was his second year. 191 hits, 99 runs scored, 94 RBIs. So he didn't quite get to the 100, which I want. Batted .296. His third year, 1963, 183 hits, led the league. He bats .321. And wins the batting title. His third year. 1964, 164 games, slumped down to .289. I shouldn't say slump, but he was off from .321 down to .289. His fifth year, 154 hits, .312. So he's got in 5 years, 2 of them 300 or better. 1966, 165 hits, .278 average. See, so he's a couple of 300s, but majority are under 300. Out of 6 years, 4 seasons, under 300. 1967, he breaks out. He wins the Triple Crown. That's most homers, most RBIs, batting average. Listen to these numbers. This will be his best year, 1967, Carl Yastrzemski. 112 runs scored, 189 hits. Both of those, the 112 run score leads the league. 189 hits leads the league. 44 homers, leads the league. That's the first time he breaks out in homers, because before that, his high was 20. He gets 121 RBIs. That leads the league. He bats .326. That leads the league. So it's a triple crown. .622 slugging leads the league. .418 on base leads the league. And he gets 360 total bases, leads the league. So listen to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 categories. In 1967, Carl Yastrzemski leads the league. That is his best year. Triple crown. 1968, he comes back. 162 hits. Falls off in hits. I think the pitchers are a little afraid of him now, so he's getting more walks. He got 119 walks that year. First time over 100. But he leads the league in hitting, and listen to this. .301 batting average. What? How do you lead the league .301? The old-timers from the past would laugh at that. Ty Cobb, 400, batted over 400 3 times. His career batting average, .366. Roger Hornsby, .358 career batting average, 3 times 400 or better. Tris Speaker, .345 career batting average. These guys would laugh. Carl Yastrzemski, .301, wins the batting title in the American League. That has to be a record. Who has led the league in batting with .301 batting average? I think it's Carl Yastrzemski would be the only guy. 1969, plays every day, but slumps. I don't know what happened. He had a triple crown, then he's had 2 consecutive batting titles. 1969, he plays every day. And what happens? 154 hits, so that's down from 189. He does hit 40 homers. That's the second time 40 or more. He gets 111 RBIs. So he excelled in the homers and RBIs in 1969. But what I don't like, .255 batting average. What? That's 50 points less than your last 2 years. He had a .326 and a .301. It goes down to .255. What happened? He did get 306 total bases. So he had 3 seasons, 300 total bases in his first 9 years. 9 years. So in the 1960s, Carl Yastrzemski, you had to deal with him on the Boston Red Sox. Good hitter, close to 300, slugs, 2 times over 40 homers, 2 times 100 RBIs. Only 1 time he scored the 100 runs, but he did get 3 seasons, 300 total bases. So the 1960s, Carl Yastrzemski, one of the premier players in the league. All right, next video. I'm going to look at the 1970s, and then Carl plays until 1983. I'll look at that. I wonder why his career batting average was .285, because he had 3,419 hits. That should have been .300 batting average. I think probably toward the end of his career, it was hard to get the hits as he did in the first part of his career. And by not being over 300 in a lot of seasons, hurt his career batting average. I'm going to look at it, the 70s and the 80s, in the next video. Talk to you later. I'm out.